What's up, YouTube? This is going to be a guide how to use Flamigo in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be providing some competitive movesets and some fun me movesets too. If there's a Pokemon set you don't see here that you reckon works really well, or you've used and you like it, let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoy these guides, if they help you out, drop a like on the video and let's get into it. Earlier on, I did a Kilowattrel guide, and now we're going to be doing Flamigo. So birds of a feather indeed do flock together. Now, the set that we're going to be going here that you're going to see most of the time for Flamigo is going to be the Choice Scarf or Choice Band variant. Now, this is very good, and it really, gets the most out of this Pokemon. So we've got some nice stats here. We've got an attack of 115 and speed of 90, which is pretty good. Nothing super bulky or super offensive, but pretty dang good. We've got the ability Scrappy, which is great there. So fighting and normal type moves are going to get hit. You're going to be able to hit Ghost, and also it's immune to Intimidate. So that's great. Really good for a physical attacker. So Ghost types can't swap in and things like that. And, Intimidate Pokemon won't affect it. Now we've got the other moves, abilities. We've got Tangled Feet, which is trash basically, but don't worry, I've covered a set for Tangled Feet later on the video. And we've also got Co-Star too. Now Co-Star is really cool there for doubles, and I'll be explaining how Co-Star works and suggesting some double stuff in a little bit too. But firstly, we're looking at a singles sort of set. Actually, matter of fact, this will work well in doubles too. This sort of works the same way because you just have to swap up Scrappy if you're going to run Co-Star. But yeah, this is going to work nicely. So we've got Close Combat as this main stab, 120 base power. You've got Scrappy, so you don't have to worry about any Ghost types coming in, so it's beautiful. We've got Brave Bird here, another 120 base power move stab, really hitting hard there, and it's just going to be doing heaps and heaps of damage to the opponent there. Regardless, you could go Terra Flying or Fighting. Up to you. I'd probably go inclined to go Fighting, but you could do either one if you wanted to. It's Fighting just gives you more coverage and things like that. And we've also you don't have to keep losing your 30% chance. 33 recall every single time. Now U-turns there just as an option. You can go for a Choice Scarf, Choice Band U-turn to give you momentum if it's not a great matchup, or just get some damage and then swap another one in. And we've also got Throat Chop too. Also Pokemon like Goldengo won't be able to swap in to this either. If it swaps in, it's going to take a close combat into the face, which is not going to be very nice. And you've also got this Throat Chop here to get around any just coverage, basically just ghost coverage and things like that too. You might get lucky if you can drop it on a Pokemon with a sound based move. That'd be kind of cool too. But yeah, that's probably going to be the set that you'll see the most there, especially Close Combat and Brave Bird and U-turn, sort of staple on it. Next one I want to have a look at it. This is a little bit more of a gimmick, but I thought I'd give it a mention anyway. We've got a Focus Sash set. Now, it also learns Sword Dance, which is a great move there. Most people do like to run Band and Scarf, but you shouldn't probably overlook this. Now, obviously, I know this is going to get shut down by any priority moves, but it might be a good late-game sweeper if you've got a Rapid Spin user on your team or anything like that, or just a Pokemon that can has Psychic Terrain or things like that, or you just got rid of all the priority move Pokemon there. So we've got Sword Dance there that raises the attack, which is already pretty good. We've got Hasty Nature this time. Now, you notice I've got 0 on a lot of these, so we actually want this to consume its Focus Sash, right? So you could go about doing that. And once it's on 1 health, it's going to be using Reversal, which is going to be, it's going to be very powerful there. So the more, more damage is taken, it's going to be more powerful. And we've got Acrobatics too, so that's going to be double base power. So most people use Brave Bird, but Acrobatics is pretty good because you can get no recall damage, and you've got a 110 base power move there to hit very hard with. The other move I gave it was just Throat Chop there, just for a bit of coverage. So there you go, another variant of Flamigo. Obviously a lot more gimmicky because there's a lot more counters to it, but under the right circumstances, this is easily going to sweep there, and you'll get that first turn to set up, which is pretty nice. So there you go. Let's have a look at Co-Star doubles now. Obviously, I know it doesn't get Belly Drum, Nasty Plot, and Sword Dance, but the reason I type these moves in here is because this is sort of the moves that are really good to use it. So what does Co-Star do? Upon swapping in, the Pokemon copies all of its allies' stat changes, right? So a big thing that's used with this Pokemon is Dondozo. You know, you can use like the Tatsugiri combination. If you want to check out the Tatsugiri Dondozo combination moveset guide, I've already done that. And I've also done a Dondozo sweep as well, showing this exact sort of strategy you can do. So to sum things up really quickly, use a Dondozo and a Electrode and a Tatsugiri to start with. You get the Electrode to use Explosion and the Tatsugiri to use Endure. And the Tatsugiri is holding a Toxic Orb or a Flame Orb, whatever you like. And then, obviously, as the turn is still going, the Electrode has fainted itself with Explosion. You swap the Dondozo in there, Tatsugiri goes inside it, and the next turn the Tatsugiri faints, allowing you to swap another Pokemon onto the field there, which can be Flamigo. So then Flamigo will get all of the +2 in its stats there with Co-Star. Another way you want to copy, you could have a Pokemon with Belly Drum and then swap it in, and then Co-Star will copy those stats, which is going to be really good on like a Pokemon like this. You could, honestly, you could just do it like even a meme set would do a lot of damage. You could do it Nasty Plot as well. So I just put these moves there for an example. So any stats that the ally has done before this swaps in, it is going to copy them, which is really, really cool there. Now, the item I've given this, if you want like a Co-Star set, and also if you're just wanting to run a Co-Star set, you can just do this set, but just give it like Co-Star instead, or get rid of Choice Scarf. You know, you could give it something else, but you know that could be really, really nice too. Just a normal Co-Star set there, and you use Dondozo or another sweeping Pokemon there that already has a boost up. Now, I've given it Ability Shield, so the holder's ability cannot be changed by any effect, which is quite good there. That's going to stop any, like, someone, like, changing your ability or getting rid of it. So, you know, obviously, if you got Co-Star, that'd be bad, you know, to get rid of that. And if you got Scrappy, that'd also be bad if you lost that, too. So that's an item you could use there. Or you could just use Choice Scarf as well. That's another option there. But that's pretty much sums it up. If you want, like, an actual video of the Electrode and the Dondozo combination there, check out my Dondozo sweep, Pimp Knight Dondozo sweep, and yeah, they'll show you the exact sort of way to do that. And I've also done a moveset guide on Dondozo and Tatsugiri too, covering all these sort of things. But I thought I'd just touch on there because that's one of the more sort of common Co-Star strategies you will see. But any ally boost there is going to be like super, super good there. You could even be cheeky and maybe even use Mirror Herb as well if you wanted to. That could be kind of nice. But yes, this is like real talk. This is the set that you're going to like be seeing the most there. Another move I have seen on there a little bit is Liquidation too. So that's another move that can be run on there just for like coverage purposes. And doubles, I've even seen Sleep Talk as well. So you could swap it into like, or it's put to sleep by Spore Pokemon, and you can swap it in and use Sleep Talk too. So that's another option. That's just mainly for doubles though. Like I have seen that being used, and it does work well to get around it at least. Alright, so there's sort of like your main competitor sets. This is we're going to more meme fun sort of territory here. So we've got Bulk Up, Roost, Low Sweep, and Acrobatics. So it actually doesn't have that bad a health stat. So when you go max health, max special defense, we've got Careful Nature. And so I've given it Apricot Berry, which is going to boost its special defense by 1 stage, 1 1/4. If Maranga comes back in the game there, you can use that instead because that's better. So we've got Scrappy as ability. We've got Roost and Bulk Up. We're going to make this really, really tanky. And we've got Low Sweep as well. We're going to drop the target speed. That's why I called it Bulky Sweeper. And we've got Acrobatics as well. Once that item has been used up, it's going to be 110 base power with no drawbacks, which is going to be really, really cool. So you can make a real bulky Flamigo set and take the opponent by surprise with its extreme bulk. Now, the next set we got here is Tangled Trash. So the best way to make use of Tangled Feet here, change that ability. So what Tangled Feet does, if this Pokemon is confused, its evasiveness gets doubled as long as it's confused. So it's interesting, but it's a pretty terrible ability, right? The best move to make use of this is Thrash or like Outrage or Petal Dance, but it doesn't get any of those sort of moves, unfortunately. So we had to make use here of a berry. So the only way to make a Pokemon confused on purpose is to give it a berry that's going to make it confused. So I've given this the Agwave Berry. If you want to give another berry and do another nature drop, you can. But if you give it this berry and have a negative special defense nature, it'll confuse it, right? And why it's confused, it's going to get that... it's going to get that evasiveness double, right? So you could also, you could couple that with double team, hide behind a sub, and spam close combat and sky attack there. I know that sky attack is a 2-turn move, but you're probably getting a lot of misses, so, and you've also got a flinch chance too, which is kind of cool, and a high crit, so you could go for it. This would make someone really, really salty there, if you can get that going at the start. Obviously, you'd have to sub down, or you might like double team for a little bit there, and then sub down into your Ag Wave Berry, and then you get confused. And unfortunately, the only drawback to it, if you are confused and you hit yourself in confusion, that's going to be really, really bad, because you'll probably end up fainting yourself, you know. But while you're confused, you're going to get like a double evasiveness, so it could be a really good idea to spam double team during that time too, and use that time to get the double teams up, and then hide behind the substitute and close combat spam and sky attack spam. Very, very funny set there. You could give it a go. It's just a pity it doesn't get anything like Thrash, you know, because then you could, I don't know, I was thinking you could go like Roost and then Thrash, you know, that'd be really cool, because you could, you know, keep you getting the Tangled Fake to activate over and over again. But there you go, there's a Tangled Trash set. Next set we got here is a pure sort of double support set. So this is still like sweeping EVs here with Jolly Nature, Max Attack, and Max Speed. However, we're going to be adding on, it actually gets Wide Guard, which is really cool. So that's going to protect your allies from multi-hitting targets moves, which is really cool. And we've also got Quick Guard too, which is going to stop any priority moves this turn, which is kind of nice there. So, you know, fake outs and things like that. We've also got Close Combat and Acrobatics too. It's a reasonably frail Pokemon, so I can see Focus Sash actually working there kind of nicely. As for abilities, I've given it Scrappy. That way you're not affected by intimidating doubles. You could give it Co-Star as well if you really wanted to, but Scrappy most of the time is going to be, you know, more prevalent there. But yeah, that's about it for most, like especially this set. That's what you're going to see the most of the time. Now you could make this Sword Dance set less gimmicky. You could give it, I'm not saying you can't give it like Brave Bird and stuff like that, and Close Combat. That could, you know, that could work too, and then you could give it like a, I don't know, Citrus Berry or something like that, so you can get your health back. That could absolutely work there too, so you could give that one a go, and I don't know, just adjust it to like Jolly. The thing about it running a Choice Scarf is the fact that it can be out, if it does get outsped, it's probably going to get wrecked, so that's why I see a lot of people running Choice Scarf or Choice Spaniel there, because it just really maximizes its attack and speed there. It's too high stats. Some last thoughts on this Pokemon here. Let me bring it up here. So we'll bring up its status moves. Always like to do this. So Jealousy is not going to really do too much there unless you want to boost its speed. We've got Bulk Up. I went over a bulky set already. We've got Detect there. That'll be good in doubles. Sword Dance I've gone over. It does get Tailwind, but it's not really that bulky enough to set the Tailwind up. I just like better things to do. It gets Copycat, which is kind of interesting, but more gimmicky. It also gets Focus Energy. So you could do like a, I was thinking of like a critting set here. Like full-on crit set. So you've got like Scope Lens. We'll go physical. Oh, we got any critting moves here? We may not have any critting moves to actually... Oh, we do have Sky Attack. That's about the only one, but we've got like one turn there, which I don't know, that would kind of suck. You could do something like gimmicky like this. How about this, people? This is a real Pip Night special coming in here. So we got Power Herb, right? And we just go close combat. So we could do something like that as well. That'd be pretty cool. You're doubling up on a flying type move, so you'd probably only be using this just for a little bit of fun there. So, you know, Sky Attack would be 100% crit, and once you use Power Herb, you've got Acrobatics there as well. So you've got a 2 out of 3, 50% chance to get a crit on Acrobatics and close combat. Or you could Scope Lens the Pokemon and adjust Sky Attack and give it something else. Let's see what we can give it. Do we have anything else here that we could... Oh, we got... nah, there's not too much here I could really work with. No, there's absolutely bugger all. So, yep, that's going to be about it for the Focus Energy set. There's not too much to work with there, so it doesn't get like lots of critting moves. That would have been cool. It is kind of when you look at its move, it is. I mean, it is a little bit barren there, but it's got everything it really needs, in my opinion. And Flying Fighting is okay typing. It's not like super amazing, but it's reasonable. Yep, there's not too much there else. I've gone over all the sets you can use for the physical side. Bring up status. There's not too much else there. I've used up everything there. We've done a couple of double strategies with Wide Guard and Quick Guard. And as for its special, oh, let's have a look at it. Oh, wow. Okay, we have to do a special set here. We'll do finish the video off with the special set. All right, here we go. So we got Hurricane. That's a nice move there, at least on the special side. I don't know why it gets chilling water. That's really, really weird, like why it even gets... Oh, you could use a critting set with Air Cutter. That would work too, but Hurricane's probably going to be like better most of the time there. Yeah, it's probably going to be better, but matter of fact, we're going to do that anyway. Here we go. We're going to run that Focus Energy set again. So this has already got one chance to crit. Okay, yep. So we'll go special. All right, we're going to make this a Hyper Beam. We're going to make this into a normal Terror. This is going to be beautiful stuff here. Okay, here we go. We got max speed, max special attack. We're going to have to pull Modest Nature because we want some more damage there on this absolute monster. And we've got Chilling Water and Water Pulse. You know what? I might slide on Water Pulse there. So with Focus Energy... Actually, we better put a scope lens on here as well, so that way we can get those 100% crits on Hyper Beam. There we go, people. A Hipnite special there. So we got Focus Energy, Air Cutter, Hyper Beam, and Water Pulse. It's a terrible Flamigo special set, but at least we could use something out of there. You have to be pretty desperate to use this. Oh, the ability. We got to change that up. We could. I mean, we could use, actually Hyper Beam against Ghost types would be fire. So let's keep that. That's about it for Flamigo, people. I did do a Killer Watch Wheel guide earlier on. If there's any more sets you'd like to suggest for Flamigo, go ahead. But most of the time, to sum it up, people are just going to use this Choice Band Scarf set, whether it be singles and doubles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're going to see Co-Star, it's going to be used with Dondozo or another Pokemon that already has like a high stat boost on the field. That's about it for Flamigo. Tomorrow I've got some theme teams and stuff coming up there all week, so I hope you look forward to them. And that's about it. Peace out.